So we have Austin and Milley up here because, I'm going to say this very eloquently, metaphorically, Russia peed on a drone and made it crash. They may release footage on this. Anyways, it looks like the Reaper drone that was flying around Crimea and apparently helping the Ukraine with targeting, a very talented Russian pilot did a maneuver over it to where apparently he dumped jet fuel on it, peeing on it, and then his afterburner, as he did his maneuver, jetted into the drone. At least that's what it looks like to me. They're saying it clipped it. I don't know. I don't see that. I see a very talented maneuver. So these two are responding to it because the thought process is, well, if America is going to just allow its stuff to be, blown out of the sky over what they say is international waters and airspace, then we really are just a paper tiger. There must be some reparations to this. No, there's not.
Schedule today, and I appreciate your assistance with this. Secretary Austin, over to you, sir.
Thanks, Pat.
So you see Austin, he's actually quite relaxed. He's moving around, he's looking around, he's waiting. And you see Milley, he don't really want to move. He's very, very tight. He's extremely stressed. And for those of you who know my theories, okay, what you got up your sleeve, sir?
Well, good afternoon, everybody. We just concluded our 10th highly successful meeting of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group.
It actually would be very nice if they would focus on both of them as they both spoke. But unfortunately, all we get to hear is Austin, who, as he speaks, obviously he's reading from his prepared speech. He's very relaxed and he's open. He's not in a gated stance.
But before I get to that important work, I want to say just a few words about a troubling episode yesterday. On Tuesday, Russian aircraft again engaged in dangerous and reckless and unprofessional behavior in the international airspace over the Black Sea. 2 Russian jets dumped fuel on an unmanned U.S. MQ-9 aircraft conducting routine operations in international airspace.
So he's just reading. That's all he's doing. I don't think he's in very good shape. He keeps taking these very deep breaths just to read. Sick, out of shape, I don't know. But he's not trying to hide. He's quite open.
And 1 Russian jet struck our MQ-9 aircraft, resulting in a crash. This hazardous episode is part of a pattern of aggressive, risky, and unsafe actions by Russian pilots in international airspace. Now, I just got off the phone with my Russian counterpart, Minister Shoigu. As I've said repeatedly,
Mr. Shoigu. I don't actually know if that's how you pronounce his name. I'm going to watch it one more time.
Russian pilots in international airspace. Now, I just got off the phone with my Russian counterpart, Minister Shoigu.
He lifts his eyes. You see somewhat of an eye roll, so he doesn't really like Minister Shoigu. There's no love loss. All right, I'm not going to listen to this anymore. We all know what his political stance is, and it is politics when it comes to this Ukraine war. He's ready to go to war. So I want to go see Milley.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Secretary Austin, for your leadership. This, as Secretary pointed out, is our 10th contact group, and these meetings and the donations that come from it would not be happening without the incredible leadership of Secretary Austin, so thank you for that. Your direction remains critical to the future success of the group. And also, thank you to the Ukrainian Minister of Defense, Reznikov, my counterpart, General Zaluzny, who was not on the call today, but I've talked to him several times in the past week, and the Deputy Chief of Defense who represented General Zaluzny.
I was watching him there for a little bit, hoping to see some kind of change, but he's still tight. He's still very guarded. He's not really moving. He's shifting slowly from one leg to the other. And that's just stress relief in the body. Stretches the muscles, especially when in a standing position for so long.
Moisu. All of them continue to lead Ukrainians military in their fight for freedom. Also, thanks to all the ministers of defense and the chiefs of defense from 51 participants in today's meeting, including NATO and the European Union. They joined the meeting and they continue to provide critical support to Ukraine. Each nation is contributing what they can to ensure Ukraine has the means to defend itself against the illegal and unprovoked Russian invasion. It's been nearly 13 months since Russia invaded the sovereign nation.
So as you watch that, and I was letting that play a little bit too, Russian invasion, what we want to focus on. No emotional up or down. Nothing. There's no invested emotion in that concept. It'd be like, if you're a fat kid in a chocolate factory and you're talking about the person that came in and stole all the chocolate. If you showed no emotional up or down, be like, really? Are you really the fat kid looking for the chocolate? I mean, you'd expect to see something. Annoyance, fear, anger, disrespect, something. But to see nothing speaks for itself. Milley is not emotionally invested in this whole Ukraine war.
Of Ukraine. Ukraine has been independent since 1991 and has presented no threat whatsoever to Russia.
So now we see portrayal. He's going to give you good eye contact. He's going to swing it and make sure you hear his words. It's all words. The body's in portrayal. That's all it is. It's just words.
Russia launched and has continued for over a year now a war of aggression in flagrant violation of international law. This is and remains a Russian frontal assault on the rules-based international order that has been in place for 80 years.
And the reason why we can really say it's portrayal, because you only see it in the eyes, the rest of the body is just doing what it has been doing. Shifting weight slowly from one leg to the other. The hands are not clenched in fist. The elbows are not straining towards themselves or loosening out or wanting to talk. The body itself has not changed. The only thing he's controlling is his facial expression and his vocal tone.
Free people are not easily conquered, and the Ukrainian people are free, and they will never give up in their fight to stay free. 2 weeks ago, the United States released another security assistance package, which included HIMARS, ammunition, artillery, vehicle maintenance, and vehicles. The 9 countries have pledged over 150 Leopard tanks, for example. This group that met today is providing air defense, artillery, regular artillery, rocket artillery, armor, ammunition, and that will be critical to Ukraine's ability to continue the fight. A broad mix of air defense systems have been promised, and they will protect the skies over Kyiv.
Oh, that was a tell too. To continue the fight. Doesn't even look up for that. No emphasis on that. He's just reading his script. No emotional investment, nothing. No change in demeanor, nothing.
So, Lita, thanks for the question. On the intentionality, don't know. I do plan to talk to my counterpart, General Gerasimov. We have a scheduled call. We'll see if that works out. So, was it intentional or not? Don't know yet. We know that the intercept was intentional. We know that the aggressive behavior was intentional. We also know it was very unprofessional and very unsafe. The actual contact of the fixed-wing Russian fighter with our UAV, the physical contact of those two, not sure yet. That remains to be seen. But I can't. I can tell you with certainty, though, that we have absolute evidence of the contact and the intercepts.
You see how he answers this question, how much looser he is. He's moving his hands. He's giving emphasis on this incident in an appropriate way, unprofessional. He's looking at them at these key words. We don't know if it actually touched it or not. You see the body move with that sway and motion of I don't know.
etc. And it's very aggressive. You've heard about the dumping of the fuel and everything else. We have video evidence of all that. So there's no question that part of it's intentional. The actual physical contact of the aircraft, that I'm not so sure. So we'll have to figure that out. That we're not positive of that yet. As far as an active war goes, I'm not gonna go there. Incidents happen, and clearly we do not seek armed conflict with Russia, and I believe that.
We do not seek armed conflict with Russia. He's referencing something. I just don't know what it is. He's got a brain search into something. I can't tell you if it's positive or negative in the sense of our well-being.
At this point, we should investigate this incident and move on from there. But we will continue to exercise our rights in international airspace.
And he goes to that same thought when he talks about exercising their rights, too. It kind of makes me lean towards, they're looking for armed conflict with Russia because it's the same area with we're going to continue to go into international space, like 5-year-olds. Oh, we need Patton back. Who is going to be our new Patton?
If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
If you'd like to learn more about analysing body language, there is a video course available on Mandy's website for Gold subscribers.